टीच ऑनलाइन। टीच ऑनलाइन आप, मैं और हमारे साथ एक प्यारी सी गेस्ट। तो बगैर टाइम ज़ाया किए लेट्स टेक हर इंट्रोडक्शन। अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
Walaikum salam, Miss Saima. How are you?
Just to introduce yourself first. Walaikum salam, and I'm perfectly fine. You
Okay.
introduce yourself first.
First of all, I would really like to thank you, Miss Saima, for giving me this opportunity to be here and whatever little I know that I can discuss.
Mm-hmm.
And I really sincerely hope that after the discussions that we are going to have, even if it's 1%, even if it's 1%, it can inspire your teaching and learning
Uh-huh.
and change the perspective that you are going to take in your classrooms tomorrow. I hope I can sincerely do that.
So, but
So,
मुझे
um,
एक सवाल पहले पहले मुझे एक तो पहले आपने अपना इंट्रोडक्शन देना है. So you need to tell everybody who you are and what you're doing, and then we are going to ask you another question. Tell me.
all right, let's begin. My name is Tasneem, and I'm only 19 years old in my teaching experience. Only 19. And I've been taking subjects like history, geography, math, and I am teaching English right now to higher classes.
Uh-huh.
And it has been a long journey, but not enough. I still want to learn more. I want to go about doing things more and more as my journey of learning and teaching is getting more and more exciting day by day. So I have the passion. I feel I can do more. And as long as it takes, I will keep on doing more.
That's
Is
great,
it
Tasneem,
not?
and you're only
Yeah.
19 years otherwise as well. You're as
Yes,
young as
I am
19
only.
years.
I am 19.
Yay!
Sweet 16 थोड़ा छोटा हो जाता तो 19 हाँ सही है.
I'll take myself for being 16, okay?
Yes, Miss Saima.
Let's be girls. Okay.
Okay.
Tasneem, tell me about your topic today. What is your topic about?
We are going to be talking about innovation in the classrooms.
Wow.
Exactly, innovation क्या होता है? What is innovation? But
Uh-huh.
before we begin, innovation in the classroom, what innovation is about, I would
Uh-huh.
like to ask a question. Agar, when we hear the word innovation,
Uh-huh.
what word comes to your mind? What is that one word you can associate with the word innovation? What is
Wow.
that one word?
Are you asking me or do you want to pose it to
Uh,
the audience?
the audience. If the
Okay,
audience
so
can,
audience, there's a question for you over here which says कि innovation का word सुन के आपके दिमाग में क्या आता है? तस्नीम
just
ने
one
आपसे ये
word.
सवाल पूछा है, तो जब तक हमें ये जवाब मिलता है, तो let's talk to
Yes,
तस्नीम further about something else then. तस्नीम, अगर हमारे
yes.
पास अच्छा सा जवाब आ गया या सही वाला जवाब आ गया, तो what do you intend to give them in return?
Um,
Got you into trouble? Huh.
in return, they are going to get the exact perfect definition, which will
Uh-huh.
last them for a lifetime. हमेशा
Okay.
याद रखेंगे कि innovation when they are going to be going to their classroom, they will
Uh-huh.
remember this.
Uh-huh.
उनका perspective जरूर change होगा और
Wow.
ये मुझे याद रखेंगे कि हाँ तस्नीम ने ये इनोवेशन का आइडिया दिया था डेफिनेशन दिया था तो ये होना चाहिए सो लेट मी ट्राई दिस
Okay.
आउट
We have started receiving the responses. The first
ओके
response,
क्रिएटिविटी
creativity.
इनोवेशन ओके
Second
यूनिक वे
response,
राइट
something unique.
ओके
Third response, invention. Fourth response,
ओके
something new that hasn't been practiced yet. Oh my God.
hasn't okay since we have been looking for one word and
Uh-huh,
let's jiggle our mind a bit more jiggle our
uh-huh,
mind a bit more and associate innovation with one word or just a phrase,
uh-huh,
making innovation. If we are to say innovation is a unique way, or
uh-huh,
innovation is just creativity, and we
uh-huh.
associate that with our teaching and learning, would that be enough? Let's question ourselves.
Creativity.
Would that be enough?
क्या ये काफी है?
ये
Innovation,
काफी है
अगर हम creativity.
क्रिएटिविटी है सिर्फ क्रिएटिविटी
Uh-huh,
है यूनिक वे है हम ये कह
uh-huh,
सकते हैं ये काफी है
uh-huh.
नो आई डोंट थिंक सो
Think
डेफिनेटली
more,
नॉट
think more. भाई देखें जो है वो हम एक काम करेंगे कि जो सही आंसर देगा ना उसको हम स्टेज पे ले आएंगे चले नेक्स्ट स्टेज पे हम आपको ले आएंगे लेट्स गेट
yes.
ट्राई थिंकिंग मोर क्रिएटिविटी के अलावा कोई रिस्पॉन्स आपके दिमाग में आ रहा हो तो नॉट जस्ट क्रिएटिविटी
Creativity.
थिंक मोर कम
Okay.
ऑन ओके
Most of the responses are saying creativity. So
ओके देयर इज वन मोर
innovation,
रिस्पॉन्स हियर
right? Something out of the box. Creativity. In other words, right?
टीम
Team
और
or
टुगेदरनेस
togetherness, right? Okay. तो ये
समथिंग आउट ऑफ
काफी
द
होगा.
बॉक्स
out of the box.
Okay.
Modernization, okay,
Modernization.
modernization. So ये
What
सवाल मुझे
more?
again I would like to ask you कि अब let's ask ourselves,
Hmm.
अगर innovation को associate किया जाए just एक लफ्ज के साथ, one word, creativity.
Uh-huh.
Innovation is creativity. Innovation is thinking out of the box. ये हमारी teaching और learning के लिए enough है? Is
Uh-huh.
it enough for us? Let's
भाई
stop over
माहिर ने
there.
कह
Give
दिया
a full
इनोवेशन
stop.
इज इनोवेशन.
Innovation is innovation. Very good, Mahim.
We love you for that.
Mine,
Okay.
I'm going to inspire you to change your mind. Innovation is innovation, yes, but what it is. Okay, so
Damn.
let's let's take it further. हम
Mhm,
ये नहीं कह सक we cannot say innovation is just creativity or it's just thinking out of the box. It has
mhm,
a proper definition, a terminology.
mhm,
When I was doing my research, and I came across this article,
mhm,
and it was from the US education system. They had taken a survey of teachers, educators, school heads from around the world, and there had been 40,000 plus. And they
mhm.
were asked to give a definition of what is innovation.
Innovation. Mhm,
And when I was browsing through, there were several definitions given, and they had picked up the best and they authenticized the best, and they claimed this is what innovation should be in your teaching and learning. So I just had the privilege of picking up few. Ms. Nasaima, the next slide, please. Next. Yeah. So I had just the privilege of picking up few and I put it up here. And these are the definitions taken from the educators around the world.
mhm,
And to summarize, I'm not just going to read, I will not be reading all of them. So I will just summarize exactly what innovation means and what innovation is about. So when we are to summarize what innovation is, it's a simple thing and it simply means innovation is a positive change which should be meaningful, useful, and joyful. If you look at all the definitions, they will summarize up to innovation being a positive change in your classroom, being meaningful, useful, and joyful. So
wow.
that is what innovation is about, as simple as that. But what we have got here in our minds, we associate innovation with several other things which has changed the perspective or has changed the outlook of innovation, bringing innovation in the classroom. It has somehow created a fear. Last 2 years, we had a lot of change. We have been hearing the word innovation, innovation, innovation classroom, innovative worksheets, innovative training. But exactly what is innovation and how can we have innovation in our classrooms? But before we discuss this, there are some misconceptions we need to clear about innovations that can be brought in the classroom very easily. Let's look at the misconceptions and the myth that follow with innovation. Miss, yeah. Now, the first one, it's all about technology. Definitely not. Innovation does, technology is a tool that you can use. Yes, it's a resource. It's a very good resource if you use it effectively. But
But
it is not about using just technology. Definitely not. And but the fact here, the reality is you should develop deeper thinking in your students, instead of just concentrating in giving out the machine language to our students. Deeper thinking, what we mean here is the cognitive thinking, the critical thinking skills, the problem solving skills. So this is the fact, and we should not associate technology with innovation only. The second one, uh, should focus on the future. That's a myth. If we are going to focus on the future, we keep on saying, what is the future going to be for our students? Are we going to just give them the machine language? We are living in the virtual world, right? Definitely. That's the need of the time right now. But are we sure that what we are having right now, the virtual reality, the machine language, is it going to stay with us for the next 10 years? What if it becomes obsolete? Then what are we going to do?
exactly.
What are we going to do? So what we need to focus is the timeless skills we need to develop in our students. Uh, if we look at the Google company, it's the megalodon in business industry. How do they hire the people? Do we know how do they hire the people? They hire the people on the basis of their soft skills. उनको ये नहीं परवाह कि उनकी मशीन लैंग्वेज, इफ दे नो द मशीन लैंग्वेज, हाउ गुड इंजीनियर्स दे आर, कोडिंग लैंग्वेज कितनी आती है, नो, they are looking at the soft skills,
Right.
problem solving skills, empathy, communicative skills. So these are the skills that we need to teach our students right now. Timeless skills that will last them with a long time learning process, and it will stay with them.
Agree.
ताकि वो आगे जाके कुछ कर सके. Even if it's just not, I'm talking about Google, I'm talking about other multi-international companies. This is what they is the requirement right now is they require the soft skills from their employees.
Exactly.
ये बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग है. The third one, कि veteran teachers are less innovative. ये हमारे mindset और misconception, it has built up on in our minds and it has created a misconception कि जितनी पुरानी teachers, वो teachers has become obsolete और कुछ नहीं कर सकते, they've become rigid. नहीं, this is not the way it is. But the more experienced you are, the more innovative you can become. But our society, what do we accept in our society? Two things. अगर veteran है, she has become rigid, or right now we need new fresh blood with new ideas. But when we are talking about innovation, if you want to be really creative, if you want to have meaningful and useful learning, the more experience you have, because you can build up on the ideas, you can build up on your experience, what you have done and what you can do. So experience counts when you're having innovation with your teaching. The last one, ये तो सबका favorite है, टीचर्स का भी और पेरेंट्स का भी. सबसे ज्यादा पेरेंट्स का फेवरेट है ये, कि जब तक हमारे बच्चे वो नोट्स ना लिखे, लेक्चर ना सुने, एंड दे आर नॉट डूइंग एम्पल ऑफ होमवर्क, दे आर नॉट डूइंग एनीथिंग इन स्कूल. कॉपीज भरनी चाहिए बस, they are not doing anything in school. Why should we focus more on rigorous kind of a learning, rote learning methodology? Why should innovation just be in schools? Why can it not be for higher schools or higher schools than above, colleges, universities? क्यों नहीं? Skills क्यों? Why can we not develop skills with these children? And up we can see the reality. अगर हमारा बच्चा BA भी पास हो, look at the kind of quality learning they've got. कुछ भी नहीं. अगर even if that poor child has to go for a job and just a BA pass, उसको कुछ भी नहीं आता. I mean, barely they can write and talk. Let alone कुछ आगे करने की सोचने के बारे में वो सोच भी नहीं सकता, वो इसका माइंड ही नहीं होता ट्रैक पे. So these are the myths and misconceptions we need to do away with and have a mindset that what we are going to take in the class should be meaningful, useful and joyful. Ab next please, Miss Saima. Agar innovation, we have to bring innovation in the classroom, we first need to look into the process of teaching and learning. अब ये process of teaching and learning क्या है? The first question that we need to ask here, what is best for the learners? Best क्या है? Obviously, when we are looking for when we are going for shopping, we look for the best things. When we are going to a restaurant, we try to tend to have the best dish. So why not in education? Why not in our teaching? Why don't we look for such things? कि हमारे बच्चों के लिए best क्या है? Why don't we ponder on those thoughts? Why do we get stuck to that old idea? Why can we not build up on those ideas? अगर हमारे पास experience है, resources है, हमारे पास facility है, why not? So innovative practices is the first thing. What do our learners need? ये मीनिंगफुल होना चाहिए. जो आप लर्नर्स को देंगे, the product should be meaningful to them and it should be fruitful. Then the best practices, जो आपने practice किया क्लास में, what you have done in the classroom, the practice that you have taken in the classroom, have they gained something? We should be asking this question: what did the children gain out of what I taught today, what I gave in the class today? Then reflection. Now this is the part where you start your innovation. This is the part where you start your innovation, because reflection will build up the idea what you had, and it will take you from low to high, from a lower level to a higher level. And this is where you really start thinking that if I had done this, if I could do this, this would have been a better option. So, reflection is the most important part when you are talking about innovation or you are bringing in innovation in the classrooms. So, the process of innovation, we should keep these three things in our mind: the innovative practice, past practice, and the reflection. Ms. Saima, next, please. Now, let's look at how can we take innovative ideas to our classrooms? What can we do? Do we need a lot of resources? Do we need to have the concept of turning everything into new and producing all the time, giving out new ideas, or bringing in a lot of new resources, technology, and creating innovation in a classroom? No. Once again, no. Simple things can be innovative. How you develop those ideas in the classroom, how you make it meaningful, how is it is useful for the students, and how much fun they have learning. So keeping this in mind, we can take some ideas in the classroom, and I've just jotted down a few. There are plenty of ideas we can look into, but I think I found this interesting, and I thought can be easily done, because we understand teachers are might be thinking कि अभी we are already under stress, इतना काम है और मजीद काम बढ़ गया, इनोवेशन आ गया, अब क्या करना चाहिए, we are already a pressure cooker, और pressure cooker बनाओ हमें. But innovation can be done with simple ideas and you can build upon those ideas. ये the first one, real world learning, वो hands on experience. जितनी hands on experience हम if we are giving to our students, the more they are learning. The material, the resource we are using it is becoming more resourceful, and it is becoming more meaningful. It has an impact on the students. It has an impact because it's a visual learning, it's an experience they are getting through demonstration, through doing it by themselves. So they are learning through trial and error method. If this did not work, this might work. A chalk talk, a very good idea. It's a very good way to develop cognitive thinking in our students. A silent way, without talking, we can produce ideas. The children can produce ideas. What we need is just 5 minutes every day, or depends how feasible it's for you. 5 minutes every day at the end of your day, or once a week or twice a week. All you need is some chits or a blackboard or a postboard where teachers can give out prompts, or they can talk about the lesson which they had done throughout the day. And the children, what they have to do is to just write down the ideas. They can generate as many ideas they can in whatever resource they are provided with for just 5 minutes. And if we look into other children's mind, I'm very sure new ideas, creative ideas can come out from one simple concept. And we will be amazed, and we will be really amazed that teachers can use those ideas in their teaching, because I believe children have wonderful creative mind. Why stifle that mind? Let it flow. Let it flow. Let the brains merge out. Let them think. So this is an idea that can really enhance their cognitive thinking skills. Let's stimulate our classrooms. Make your classroom exciting. Very simple. How can we do that? Excitement in our classrooms. Not We are not talking about the noise, but the way you set up your classrooms, the soft boards, the way you have your setting of the class, the tables, chairs. It creates an excitement if there is a new formation which is going around in the class. How you greet your children every day. Bring a difference in there. Why stick to one monotonous kind of a greeting that you do every day? Assalamu alaikum, good morning. Why stick to that? We can bring innovation with that as well. The little spark, the little difference, it creates an excitement for the entire day for the students. The way you get to know your students, that will stimulate the classroom environment, the way they get to know you, the way you get to know them. Classroom activities that you can have with your students, you together, not them alone, but you being a part of it. That creates an exciting environment for learning. Stories, yes. We like to watch movies, don't we all? The students, the children, learners, they also like to watch movies. Why? Because the excitement which is been told by a story, the excitement that you have when you are looking or you're watching a movie, the concept which the way the story has been developed, the fun that you have, the kind of maybe the story, the suspense, or whatever the genres are being used, it creates some very enthusiastic potential for knowing things. So when a simple thing, if we are to take a subject in our classrooms, why can it not be taken like a story? Yes, I understand it is done in history lessons, but why not other subjects? Why not in arts? Story of colors. अगर story के साथ वो drawing कर ले English lessons में, if you are telling them a story and they can portray a story, children love drawing. They love to portray their ideas, illustrate the ideas. Math lessons. Why can it not start with a story? अगर story भी नहीं है, then the teachers can create a story. I believe nobody can create better stories than teachers. So क्यों नहीं? A little bit, it can be a minute or two, but you will see the inspiration, the fun, the love for learning the students are going to have, even if it's a very boring concept. But वो जो spark आ जाएगा, just to take small things in the classroom, build up on those ideas, and create an innovative class. This is all we need to do. Conventional learning material. एक टीचर के टूल किट में क्या होता है? ज्यादा से ज्यादा टेक्स्ट बुक्स, लेसन प्लान्स. This is what we have. If we
नहीं, we
use
do have worksheets as well. We enjoy
yes,
worksheets.
worksheets. Okay, 3 things. But अगर हमें, if we try out unconventional learning materials in the classroom, through videos, role play है, puzzle games है, what are we inspiring now? We are now inspiring children to think out of the box. If the teacher is being creative, she is making her lesson fun. She is making the children see that textbook it's not everything. Textbook is not everything. You cannot just depend on the textbook. There are other means of learning. Automatically, your children are going to develop that idea. They will start thinking out of the box. And this is how we get researchers. They will start looking for material that relates with their topics. They will start searching, and they will find new ways to display their ideas. So this is how we make our children think out of the box. You teachers being a creative teacher. Show them your creativity. They will show them, and you will get their creativity. Video conferencing debates. There are a lot of tools that we can use today. Uh, we can give children prompts where they can use different kind of tools that they can have live debates. A teacher can give out a prompt. They can have their live debate sessions going on, and if not, uh, recorded videos can be sent and displayed out. अगर video conferencing debates भी नहीं है, if this cannot be done, we can go with e-blogging. Teachers can give out prompts, or the students themselves give out prompts, and they can write written responses. So there are different ways innovation can be brought in the class with the help of resources and technology. But we cannot say innovation is all about technology and just we have to depend on the resources. If we have the resources, only then we are able to take innovation in our classrooms. Definitely not. Innovation here means we have the idea, we need to build upon the ideas, or bringing in new concept. We have to see the concept, how meaningful it's going to be for our students. Is it going to have the skills the children need? Are we going to develop those skills in our children? Are we going to bring in a useful way of learning? Are they going to use that wherever they are, whenever they are going to use? Are they going to make a good use of it? And is it going to be fun for them? So simply, innovation means ideas in the classroom which are very productive for the students as well as the teachers.
सो ट्रू, सो ट्रू। तस्नीम, अच्छा, अभी अब हमने इतनी सारी इनोवेशन की बात की, इनोवेटिव स्टार्ट की बात की, इनोवेटिव एंड की भी बात करते हैं। यू थिंक ऑफ एन इनोवेटिव वे टू एंड दिस सेशन टुडे। बाय द टाइम हम दूसरे लोगों को भी पूछते हैं कि हाउ आर यू गोइंग टू स्टार्ट योर लेसन, आप स्टार्ट बताएंगे। दोज हु आर हियर सिटिंग एज एन ऑडियंस, tell me an innovative start of your classroom. How are you going to now start your classroom? By the time हम जो है वो तस्नीम को भी ट्रिगर करते हैं कि you need to think about how you're going to end today's session, okay? So that's your test also. So, but after this slide, yes.
Let me think.
वहां से हमें रिस्पॉन्सेस आ रहे हैं। यू कैन एक्सप्लेन, यू कैन टॉक अबाउट दिस पर्टिकुलर स्लाइड, मगर एंडिंग अच्छी सी सोचनी है तस्नीम।
एंडिंग अच्छी सी सोचनी है।
पहले ये स्लाइड बता दो।
Okay. Right. As we talked about how we can take innovation even in our classrooms. Teachers are innovators. Teachers, we cannot say teachers एक different empathy है और entity है, separate piece है, उनको innovation, they don't know innovation, we cannot claim that. Teachers are already innovators, but what we need here is our mind change. All we need to do is to think deeper, ponder on our teaching, reflect on our teaching, and yes, we will start getting very good ideas, creative ideas, useful ideas that we can build upon or we can take in our classrooms. So the innovation begins with teachers and students. वो कहते हैं ना, जितना गुड़ इतना मीठा होगा. Innovation begins with the better the product, your production is going to be excellent. Excellent. So how you teach, this is what you will get, the end result. Right. अगर खराब पर आया है तो वही expect करो, and if you think you've really done well, you will see the end result. If not here, maybe later on. In any aspect, academics हो या उनके soft skills हो या thinking process हो, any aspect you will see the change you have brought in the child's life. Tools and resources, yes, tools and resources are a help to the teachers. As it does not mean we have to be dependent on that. अगर नहीं है तो how can we create innovation और किस तरह innovation ला सकते हैं हम? Definitely not. They are a great help. It will develop a good concept of innovative ideas. But again, we should not be dependent on that. If possible, we can do with little resources, or we can do with
Without.
little technology we have in the class.
Exactly.
Teachers need to focus on creating the right condition for the learning, conducive environment. Jitna conducive hoga, our children are going to feel comfortable. They're going to feel the joy. They are going to feel they have a belonging in the classroom. They are going to enjoy the passion they are going to have for their learning will be automatic. And this is how the innovation process will begin. And this is how you're going to develop your children to be better future leaders. So
That's
let's make a
that.
difference.
I know. I mean, why are we thinking innovation as too big to happen? It's every single thing, even if it is your expressions, the activities. You just
Exactly.
need to come out of your monotony.
You are absolutely right, Saima. This is what
Exactly.
I said, that stimulating the classroom when you have to create an excitement. Just a greeting, different way of greeting will excite your class. What
Exactly.
that that can even be called innovation. You have taken innovation in your classroom. So innovation does really not mean start with big things, end up with big things. Start up with
Exactly.
small things, you can build up on big things. And
Exactly. So this brings to the end of this presentation, and I really like her idea that innovation can be in any little thing. You have to just come out of the expectation कि ठीक है अगर हम टीचर है तो टीचर की एक्सपेक्टेशन ये है कि शी हैज टू बी स्टैंडिंग ओवर देयर टॉकिंग अबाउट समथिंग और एक मोनोटनी बिल्ड हो जाती है टीचर आएगी क्लास में पढ़ाएगी पढ़ा के जो है वो रिटन वर्क करवाएगी रिटन वर्क करा के चली जाएगी try
yes,
something differently, try something new, try something innovative yourself. जैसे कि अभी अभी जो है ना वो तस्नीम किसी अच्छे से तरीके से जो है इस पूरी लाइव स्ट्रीम को एंड करेंगी और दैट वुड बी इनोवेशन व्हाई बिकॉज नोबडी हैज डन इट टिल फार सो फार आई नीड टू स्टार्ट माय नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम इन अ वेरी इनोवेटिव वे सो जो भी मेरे साथ नेक्स्ट आ रहा है वो अपने आप के लिए प्रिपेयर हो जाए आई मे डू एनीथिंग सो दैट्स ऑल अबाउट इनोवेशन पीपल लाइक इट बिकॉज आपकी एक्सपेक्टेशन से हट के हो रहा है आई रियली लाइक दैट पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू फ्रॉम यू तस्नीम तो एंडिंग सोची कुछ आपने
ah, मैंने इतनी innovation, I have brought a lot of innovation कि अब
यू लिविंग ऑन मी
एंडिंग तो नहीं सोची, but I have a phrase, ये saying है मेरे पास, that if you can't change the world, at least change the world for one. That will be an innovation that you can contribute to the society, to the country, or to that child's future. If you can't change the world, change the world for one.
बिल्कुल डेफिनेटली एंड दैट
And
वन वुड बी
um,
राइट नाउ दैट ट्विंकल ट्विंकल
little star,
हाउ आई
think
वंडर
of what you are, what
अप
I
अबाउट
am, high up above the sky, touch the sky, sky is the limit.
sky is the
Sky is the
limit.
limit.
Sky is no far away anymore. It's there in
Sorry,
your
sky is
hand.
the limit.
Just
Just
take
don't
it.
touch the sky, go beyond the sky.
Go beyond the
The
sky.
sky,
Definitely. That is a
go beyond the
brilliant,
sky.
and this brings us towards the end of this conversation. I hope कि कुछ टेक अवे होगा आपके पास सोच के बताइएगा अपने क्लास को कैसे शुरू करेंगे और कैसे एंड करेंगे जो कि एटलीस्ट एंड और स्टार्ट से शुरू करें एंड देन यू विल कीप ऑन हैविंग आइडियाज ऑफ हाउ टू मेक योर क्लास something different from what is otherwise in a regular routine. So that will help you be innovative yourself and that will help your child come and think far more than what they are thinking right now. It will open doors for them because they can see that you are real and not superficial. Thank you so much, the team, for being over here. And that was a lovely insight from you. We'll call you again on our stage and we'll make sure that we'll disturb you for more and more and more with innovative ideas that you can share with the people. Thank you so much, dear.
Inshallah. Thank you, Miss Saima, for uh, giving me this platform to discuss what little I know. And thank you once again.
Thank you
And
so
thank
much. Let's
you to
wave
the
goodbye
lovely
to
audience.
everyone. Yes.
And I would like to
Thank,
thank my lovely audience for giving me all the support. Thank you all.
thank you, everybody. Yay. Let's say goodbye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.